You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I call shit cheesecake. When I step up on the stage, it's a massacre. I can't really give a fuck about what he say. You ain't driving, motherfucker, you a passenger. She said a nigga wouldn't make it, that's a mistake. Now a nigga in the game like EA. Now a nigga in the game like EA. You ain't driving, motherfucker, you a passenger. Now a nigga in the game like EA. If you said I wouldn't make it, check the replay. You ain't fucking with my team, that's a mistake. Watch a nigga go to work, I need a briefcase. Heard they said I wouldn't make it, that's a mistake. Now my niggas in the game like EA. Now a nigga in the game like ooh. Now a nigga in the game, check the replay. Goddamn, don't I make it look easy? Oh, fire got me feeling like Jesus. All my niggas in the hood with the 3-play. Coolest nigga in the fam like 3J. Goddamn, don't I make it look easy? Make it look easy. I had to get up and go, not doing nothing, never got me a thing. Could give a fuck about a whip or watching the walk of water just to give me a lot. Really winning if they would be a die. I'm in it like, hey. No, my next shit won't be free, I need it prepaid. Young nigga feeling like he hit the sweepstakes. I told myself ain't no tomorrow today. I think that water really helped me wash my sorrows away. I've been waiting all my life, but look, it's all on the way.
The Cuturally Dope Show. Cause we culturally dope. Sisters doing it for the culture.
All right, what up, what up? I'm Nashante. Tip is not here today, y'all. She left me to run the show by myself, and she is on vacation where I should be. So it's still gonna be a dope ass show. Y'all just stay tuned. So ladies and gentle thoughts, niggas and friends, saints and ain'ts, gather around for another dope ass show. Happy hump day. It's the day after hump day, and we certainly hope that you had somebody to hump. Now, listen, we normally go right into the mental health portion of this and, check on each other's mental health. But since I'm by myself, I guess I have to do it by myself. It's been a pretty long week. I can't say that it's been bad, but it has been long and draining. Outside of that, it's been good. I hope that everybody else is having a good week. So before we get into the mess, we usually jump right into a culture moment and a dope moment. This is where we do something positive and we talk about some of the positive things that's going on in the community. So our culture moment for the week goes to Coco Gauff. Did I say her name right? Is it Gauff? I will tear up somebody's name. So, Coco Gauff for winning the U.S. Open at just 19 years old. She made history with her Grand Slam win, and she becomes the youngest American to win this championship since Serena in 1999. So, congratulations to her. Job well done. And then for our dope moment of the week, congratulations to Ava DuVernay, who makes history as the first Black woman to have a film compete in the Venice Film Festival in its 80 years. So it's been around for 80 years, and this is the first Black woman to ever have a film compete. She was actually told not to apply because she would not get in, but she applied anyway. And that just goes to show what God has for you is for you, and you can't listen to anybody else. You have to go with what is on your heart. Next, we're going to roll into our RIPs and congratulations. Congratulations to Robin Roberts and her bride. They tied the knot over the this past weekend. Did you know a lot of people did not know that she was a lady lover? Yeah.
I like the fact that they both had dresses though.
I like the fact, I like the.
She looks like the type to wear pants.
She does wear a mean pantsuit. But a lot of people were in the comments saying that they didn't know that she was into the ladies. Congratulations to Kelly Rowland for being honored as a fashion icon at this year's Harlem's Fashion Row show. Kelly's style is absolutely impeccable, and this award is well deserved. Congratulations to Kimberly Elise on tying the knot. Congratulations to Derek Rose and Elena Anderson on their recent wedding. Every damn body done got married in the last week. Absolutely. She had that old Tyler Perry cry. Yeah. Yeah. But everybody got married. Good Lord. Congrats to KJ Smith and Skya. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that, but congratulations to both of them. They got married. They're not too familiar. A lot of people aren't familiar with them, but they're on two of Tyler Perry shows. And the wedding looked like a Tyler Perry production, if I just be honest with you. It looked like a good time, but it absolutely looked like it was a Tyler Perry production. Let's see. Congrats to Jeezy on becoming a New York Times best-selling author. Congrats to Krishan Rock on the birth of her son, Krishan Jr. Let me tell you something. That little baby has been around the world in in a week and a half. Okay. Congrats to rapper BG on being released from prison after 12 years. Baby, he came out looking just like Sexy Red's daddy. Yeah, they should have that checked out because the two of them look like father and daughter. Condolences to former NBA player Brandon Hunter. He collapsed at hot yoga. Prayers for those in Portugal as the streets were flooded with wine as 2.2 million liter tank burst. Let me tell you something. As sad as that is, I would have been out there with one wine glass. You hear me trying to scoop me up a little something. And then prayers to those who lost their lives in Morocco after a 6.8 magnitude earthquake hit. As of now, over 1,000 people have reportedly passed away. So we're definitely sending our prayers and thoughts and condolences to those who were affected by that. Now it's time to get into the mess. Are y'all ready to get into the mess? Because I am. Okay. Round of applause for the mess. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this week the VMAs aired, and the girlies were out in their Fashion Nova's finest. I hated it. Let me tell you something. I used to love award shows, and it was mainly because of the performances, but primarily for the fashions, because y'all know I'm a fashion girl. However, I just don't even care to watch anymore. Like, I literally catch the highlights on Fashion Bomb Daily, Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, those places, because the shit is just disappointing at this point. Like, I just catch the coverage on IG and Facebook because it's nothing to be excited about at all. So let's talk about the fashions, or lack thereof, first. Per usual, everyone was showing way too much skin and not enough style. Everything was sheer, mesh, and Doja Cat took a chance and showed up in a spider web. I hated it. It looked like the spider webs that you string on your porch for Halloween. That's what she looked like she showed up in. All right, so before we get into the trifling mess that was the fashion, let's get into the very, very few looks that I did like. Mary J. Blige wore a gown from the Ivy showroom, and it was cute. I like what it was giving. You know, Auntie gonna always show up with her some boots. I think she still looks amazing for her age, and her look was cute. It was cute. Halle Bailey showed up in a very orange and gold flowing gown to cover up what many think is a baby bump. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are pictures where I can possibly see a bump, and then there are other pictures where I'm just like, I feel like she's playing with people at this point, and it's feeding into the narrative because y'all all up in that lady's uterus. Like, I understand that she's America's sweetheart and nobody likes her boyfriend, but at this point, if the lady is pregnant, let the damn lady be pregnant in peace. Hell, a lot of y'all got married, had babies by bums too, and people was not all up in y'all uterus. So I'm just saying, Cardi B always wins. One thing about it, I can't stand to hear her talk because the dialect stresses me out. But Cardi is going to give fashions each and every time. And the VMAs were no exception. I absolutely loved her silver dress that she wore on the red carpet. It was stunning. But again, she typically always gets it right. Surprisingly, one of my favorite looks of the evening came from Pretty V. Her look was really, really cute. It was a black gown. It had a high neck detail. It almost gave you airplane neck pillow vibes, like if you stretched it out. But it was really cute. It was elegant. She was not showing everything. Her face was beat. The body was right. I think Pretty V did a very good job, especially for a influencer slash social media girly. Like, she actually brought it like she was a A-list Hollywood star, and I could appreciate that. Let's get into the worst dress looks. My God, Young Miami. Carisha, please. Carisha, please take that shit off and try again. Now, Carisha typically gets the fashions right. Now, I don't know if Diddy hired her a stylist or if Diddy pays for whatever the case may be. Carisha typically gets it right when it comes to the fashions, but this was a hell no for me. It was completely unflattering. It looked like a swimsuit with sleeves with bat wings on it, and it looked like the swimsuit was eating her Tootsie Cat. It just rolled way too high, which gave her an unflattering figure. And then the tattoo, yeah. And then it's also because we're so used to seeing these people in airbrush pictures. You see what I'm saying? So looking at her actually as she is without her legs and stuff being airbrushed is totally different if she probably had control over the pictures. You see what I'm saying? So it was completely unflattering. I can't say that enough times. It was horrid. And it gave her, like, I don't know if she had, stopped by Subway Eat Fresh before she came, but it gave her a little pooch too. It was all bad. It was horrible, and I hated it. Doja Cat, we already talked about her showing up in the spider web. My sister said she liked it. I'm glad she ain't here today because she can't defend this bullshit. And then on top of that, you could see her, nipples through the spider web. It just wasn't good. Her whole new vibe with the no eyebrows, bald head, it's just not working. And I'm not an advocate for long weaves and all of that. Do you? But some shit gotta give. Either you're gonna have a bald head or you're gonna have some eyebrows. Bitch, you gotta pick a struggle. You just can't do both. Let's see who else.
It was like mesh, and then it just was like a black slit, and then the nipples cut. Did you see that?
I saw that. What was her name? Doji or that outfit was awful too. And I saw it. They had a side by side of that with the model who walked it down the runway. It was bad either way. Like, it was bad either way. I didn't like it. Nicki Minaj got her snapback, but she should have sent back that outfit because it was terrible. Y'all know I'm not a fan. I'm not a Barb. But if you get it right, you just get it right, because I'm a fashion girl before anything. But I did not care for her look. The veil, the panties, the Mima gown on top. It was all a little just, it didn't resonate for me. However, that body was right now. She done had a snapback. Because, the girlies were eating her alive on the social medias about that little weight gain, and they were putting pregnancy rumors on her and all of that. But Nikki said, I'll show you bitches. I think the most disappointing thing of the entire evening for me was, drum roll. Can I get a drum roll? You could just give me an explosion. Sukihana. We're going to talk about Sukihana, who won, who lost, performances, and all of that after the commercial break. You guys stay tuned to the Culturally Dope Show right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
The game, black.
Tell me something. Feels like we got that salsa and that rose. We be twisting that smoke. J's on with your shades on, and nothing under my room. I just wanna be your home. Don't fuck around, just hold me down, and we can get to this. No, yeah. You got that salsa and that rose. Salsa and that rose, yeah. Hey. We be twisting that salsa and that rose. Salsa and that rose, yeah. See what I'm spitting out for children, come and get your kids. But if you grown and you can listen, come and vibe to this. Tripping on that salsa and that rose. Submission will keep me on your toes. Man, if I open up my legs, this ain't no show. Until I ain't no home, man, but your girl rolls as hell. If a nigga tripping, I'm like, oh, well, on that salsa solo dolo and I roll. Well, if all else fails, I don't need a boy toy, cause that rose is hell. Smoking on that good. This Primrose got that good. And if you got that good wood, we gon' be good. We got that salsa and that rose. We been twisting that smoke. J's on with your shades on, and nothing under my room. I just wanna be your home. Don't fuck around, just hold me down, and we can get to this. No, yeah. You got that salsa and that rose. Salsa and that rose, yeah. Hey. We've been twisting that salsa and that rose. Salsa and that rose, yeah. Play with your mama, don't come out here tryna play with me. Boy, if you're tryna play, you know you gotta pay the fee. This ain't no type of shit, I'm just the type of chick. I ain't starting shit unless it's a business. So we about to put some work in. Let's get to business. Talking bubble baths and back rubs. Let me know. I'm tryna fuck around, baby, hold me down. So I'm trying to get to this, oh.
All right, welcome back to the Culturally Dope Show right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, where I am here solo dolo today. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I am doing the best that I can do. All right, so let's get back into the VMAs. We left off talking about Sukihana acting like a classless trollop on the red carpet. If you guys didn't see it, I highly suggest you Google it, because this girl was crawling across the carpet with her tongue out, twerking, and then I guess it was her stylist or her friend or her homie, whoever came, not to help her get her stupid ass up off the ground, but to pull her dress over her shoes so that her shoes can be seen, I'm assuming. It's just, a lot of people are saying that her and Sexy Red are industry plants. I don't know if that's the case, but I just know that as a 42, almost 43-year-old woman, it's disheartening to see how much couth they lack. Like how unladylike they are. And they both have children. Sexy Red on the red carpet looking like a walking billboard for 579. The outfit is awful, and this same little are you scared of banks, baby? Like, you don't trust the people that you live with? You scared they're gonna steal your money? Because why are you still walking around with this same ass stack of money? It's just it's just repulsive to me. And I saw a lot of people debating online about if it makes all Black women look bad. And while I don't think that we should all be lumped in and categorized as the same type of people, for those people who already have or take issue with Black people and Black women, I will say that it doesn't favor. It doesn't look good. It gives them exactly what they actually think about us. And I'm gonna move on from that because I done got a little. They ain't gonna run my damn pressure up. They done piss me off. All right, so Diddy performed with his kids. King Combs came out and did them same little moves that he be doing. I thought it was dope though. He had the twins come on stage and dance. Like I said, King Combs performed, and he brought out my girl Keisha Cole, and they performed last night together. Now, I didn't say it. Now, word on the street was that, Keisha ain't been to an award show in a long time. They used to say she used to be out in the parking lot selling fish plates. So it was real good, real good to see her on the inside performing on the stage and things. It was good, man. I'm just saying that's what they used to say. She used to be selling fish. Okay. Yeah, well, that's what they used to say. Diddy also received the Global Icon Award. Congratulations to him on that. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion performed. I have to be honest about it. I'm not loving the song. I'm not. The new song.
I'm not with the song, but I like the video. But I like the video because of all the colors. Like it's an artistically done video.
Yes, I completely agree. I agree with you. The visuals, sickening, stunning. The outfits, sickening, stunning. The colors, the shoes, the backdrops, everything was top tier. However, however, y'all still rapping about pussy and booty holes and what else is there? Good God Almighty, we all got pussies, guys. I don't know if you guys know or not, but all of us gals got a pussy. I'm tired of hearing about it. What else is there to rap about? Your pussy and your booty hole, your titties, fucking, sucking. Boom. That's the women's rap right now. That's all we getting. The performance, for what it was, I thought was good. The visuals on the stage were still good. Let me tell you something. I almost threw my fucking back out trying to do one of them moves Meg did on the stage. I said, oh, I'm going to learn this. And then I realized that my knees ain't that great. So I'm going to get my old ass up and I'm not going to try that again. Ice Spice wins Best New Hip Hop Artist. That's all I got is congratulations to her. I don't want to take away her moments, but I don't understand how. I'm gonna stop right there because I have the tendency to go too far. So congratulations to Ice Spice for winning for I don't know what. Okay. Shakira's hips still don't lie, y'all. After all this time, my girl really put on a show and it was awesome to see. Justin and Meg reportedly got into it backstage. There was a clip floating around the internet where Meg was pointing and looking quite pissed off, if I may add, when speaking to Justin Timberlake backstage. It was later explained that they were just having a conversation where Justin said it was nice to meet you, and Meg was saying, no, we have to officially meet. This is not an official meet. Meg later posted a video of her and Justin and said, hey, I just talk with my hands. So she did look pissed off to me. Her hands and face absolutely did not match. But hey, if that's what they going with, then that's fine by me. I don't know if you guys have heard this, T, but it is alleged that Nicki Minaj's husband threatened Offset and Cardi backstage. Yes, you ain't get that, T, girl. Yes, it is alleged that that this man is. Let me tell you something. One of the topics that we're talking about later in the show is how I feel about Nicki Minaj and her husband. There are some men who will ruin your career, and he seems like one of those. He seems like one of those niggas that's just gonna bring her career down. But I don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, it's alleged, but I do know that the next day Cardi posted on IG or Twitter, I can't remember which one, I didn't even flinch. So I don't know if that was in regards to this situation or not. Our next story, we're calling it Back in the Hole. Tory Lanez won't be getting out anytime soon. Listen, I know that you're supposed to appeal and try to get yourself out of jail because nobody wants to be there. Howbeit ever, the lack of accountability and self-awareness and empathy that Tory Lanez has shown in this case against Meg Thee Stallion is actually pretty disheartening. He went before the judge today to plead to be released on bail. Now, I don't understand how he got 10 years, and you think that after less than a year, you're supposed to get out on bail. That is beyond me, but hey, stranger things have happened. He asked the judge to let him out so that he could be with his wife and his son. If you guys don't know, maybe a month or two ago, he married his baby's mom. He wants to rent a house that's owned by a man. It just says a man who rents exotic homes and cars. The judge denied his bail request and sent him and his last 17 strands on that toupee back to cell block 9. Access denied, Tory. Get on back there and make you some toilet hooch, my boy. Yeah. I don't feel no ways tired about it. I have no sympathy for him because the thing about it is he had the opportunity to dig himself out of this hole. He had the opportunity to not go to jail, but he was arrogant, pompous asshole who thought that he could beat the system with the public by using the public and keeping that on his side. And unfortunately, it backfired. So enjoy your time. Our next story, this story stresses me out, but we're gonna get into it. I'm actually tired of talking about the 3 of these people. I swear to God I am. I'm tired of talking about them. I'm tired of seeing them up and down my timeline. But we talk about the culture and trending topics, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't know how many of you have heard this. Sunshine, you probably haven't because okay. That ain't what I was gonna say. When people had a baby, your grandmother or your great grandmother or your mom even would say, you better have a sit down before you have a setback. So that's the title of this next segment. You're gonna have a setback. We're talking about Krishan Rock. So Krishan had her baby boy almost 2 weeks ago, and she named him Krishan Malone Jr. I said almost.
Baby on Monday.
She had that baby 2 hours ago, if we be honest. Okay. And that baby has been out of the house more than me. The old people used to say you're going to have a setback. She hasn't given herself time to heal. The baby hasn't had any shots. Like the very next day, she's on IG Live arguing with Blueface's ass. And the baby's been to a football game. And she also took him to church to be christened. That is way too many people for a baby, a newborn baby, to be around. Now, a lot of people online were saying that when she had this baby, it was going to change her and this, that, and the other. But I'm not sure. I was hoping for the best, but to be honest, I am not sure. Because this should be her time of bliss. She should be enjoying the baby, bonding with the baby, relaxing like you literally just pushed out a whole human. I don't know about you, but it was no football game important enough for me to ever want to see. You couldn't have paid me. I was tired. I was tired as hell. So the day after having the baby, she's on live back and forth with Blueface because he's taunting her about taking the baby away from her. He's asking Jaden which room is going to be the baby's because they're going to take the baby and they're going to decorate the baby's room. Let me tell you something, how you a trifling piece of shit ass dad. Because if you have an extra room and you're having a baby, why wouldn't you already have the room set up for the baby? But now you want to taunt this girl knowing that she's probably going through postpartum, talking about you're going to take the baby. Now, you're criticizing her and her parenting while smoking a blunt in front of your 2 kids. Don't think we didn't peep that, Blueface. So, you're smoking a blunt and taunting her. She's on IG crying, talking about how nobody's going to take her baby from her. Jaden is sitting there looking higher than pelican pussy. It's all a hot ass mess, and I feel bad for all of the kids involved. On top of that, Blueface is threatening to take the baby, but CPS has been called to his home. So this is the problem with you younger people wanting to put everything on social media. So a while ago, maybe 2 months or so, he posted a video with him, his child's mom, the baby, and the son, and there were strippers twerking in the living room. Now, mind you, the son, who I think is like 5 or 6, is in the pantry looking for snacks in this empty ass pantry because there was nothing in there to eat. He's searching for snacks. My boy found a box of Slim Jims, and I feel like that was going to be that on that. Blueface comes in and asks the boy, is he gay? Because it's all this ass out here shaking and you in the pantry looking for chips and Slim Jims. Well, what in the fuck is he supposed to do? He's 6. Right. This fool said he can't eat coochie. He can't. So, I mean, what do you expect a 6-year-old to do? So the video circulated and made its rounds on the internet, and allegedly CPS has been to his house 9 times since this video has been posted. That in itself should be enough for you to stop posting stupid shit online. And why are you so concerned with whether this boy is gay or not? He's 6. He don't know what the hell is going on. No, my boy just wanted a snack and some goddamn Blues Clues. Did that still come on? I don't know. What are the kids watching these days? Coco Melon. Okay. I don't know. Unpopular opinion, but my honest opinion, none of them need kids. Nope. I mean, Krishan is likable, but she didn't need no baby. She really did not need a baby. Blueface did not need another baby. This is his 3rd. And I feel like Jaden would have a lot more sense if she was not so hooked on Blueface. And it looks like a little dope. Yeah, that's Stewie. Yeah. Oh, but somebody posted some throwback pictures of them, and she actually looked really pretty. I don't know what happened. Yeah, and then she had the liposuction, so it's like she's got the line back her shoulders, but with a real flat stomach and a real fat booty, but crackhead legs. It's all bad. It's all bad. I just pray for the kids. Because at this point, and it's not like they have a stable grandparent, because Blueface's mom, all she's consumed with is being posted on the Shade Room. That's it. All right. So our next story, we're calling Poor Tink Tink. If you guys have not heard of the singer Tink, first of all, you sleeping. She does not get her just dues. She is a dope ass singer, and she has some great music. She's very unproblematic. She stays out of the way. She releases her music and she goes back into her shell. But this week she was down to the news because apparently her and her man have been having problems. So Tink had to lay hands on her man, Young Berg. I don't know if y'all know who Young Berg is, but his other name is Hitmaker. He was on the song with Ray J, Sexy Cat. Yeah. You don't know that song?
Is he the one that was on Wildin' Out?
No. You talking about another dude. This dude is tiny, pocket size, light skin. Yeah. All right, so apparently Tink had to lay hands on Young Berg. And one thing I can say about her is that she's low-key and unproblematic, and you never hear about her in any mess. So I hate that the one time she's like blasted all over the internet is behind some bullshit with a dude. Apparently they have been secret lovers. Yeah. Apparently they've been secret lovers for a nice little minute now. And he was unhappy with the fact that she wanted creative control over her next project. And I believe it's alleged that she did not want him involved in her next project. So that's how they met, I'm assuming, is doing music together. And apparently he's been involved in some of her other projects, and she didn't want that for this one. This led to words being exchanged and her having to put the pause on him. Now, is it right that she put the pause on him? Absolutely not. I feel like people should keep their hands to themselves, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. However, Young Berg is not innocent, and I would not be surprised if he didn't lay hands on her first, because she admitted to what she did, but young Berg has a history actually of putting hands on women. Google that, guys and gals. He does have a history. Even when he first burst out on the scene on Love and Hip Hop, he had issues with Masika and Hazel E, and it's been alleged that he had put hands on them. So do with that information what you will. My girl may have just been defending herself, or maybe she just got tired like Tina did Ike, because they were in a car and she just took his ass to Pound Town. I don't know. Now here's where the story gets weird to me. Another altercation broke out in Mexico. Young Berg went live and he said that he went out of town to Mexico, well, out of the country to Mexico for his birthday. And he was leaving the club and he just so happened to see Tink in the same club standing on a couch, and he was leaving with a whole bunch of women, and that's how the altercation started. Now you mean to tell me two people who are in a relationship, you want to convince the world that y'all just so happen to be in the same country at the same club at the same time? Sir, it don't sound right. Something in the milk ain't clean. Now, I'm not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, baby, but you just ran into somebody in an entirely different country and y'all had no plans on going together. Okay. All right, well, we're going to see how this story unfolds. I'm actually a little curious about it because, like I said, Tink is usually really unproblematic and you don't hear anything about her. So I'm curious to see where this is going to go. And if you have not downloaded her music or have not heard her music, I suggest you do so because it's really, really good. All right, so this next segment is called The Strawberry Letter. Have you heard about this?
Girl, she got fired off my show. She would have been here the next day.
Baby. This tea is piping hot. Okay, so I mean, this may just be for the older people because I know a lot of the young folks probably don't listen to the Steve Harvey Morning Show like at all. But that's where you would have heard of Shirley Strawberry. And every day she does a strawberry letter where people typically write in about relationship advice or whatever, and she reads it aloud on the show and then they talk about it. This week's Shirley Strawberry is her own strawberry letter, right? So one thing about it, like I told you guys I was going to get into this at another time. One thing about it, getting with the wrong person can ruin your life, right? So Shirley Strawberry has gone all of these years being unproblematic. She does her job. She goes home. You don't hear shit about her. And that's just that on that. Now, she got married to a common crook named Ernesto in 2016, and it has been downhill for her ever since. So Ernesto was locked up in 2022 for theft and scamming. Apparently, he was doing credit, you know what everybody try to do, repair your credit, was taking people's money. He was supposed to be helping small businesses, taking their money, and eventually it caught up to him and he got locked up, right? When he initially got locked up, she said, I'm gonna stick beside him. That was her man. He lied to her and told her it wasn't true, and she said that she was going to stick beside him. However, what we the public didn't know, and I'm not sure that she knew, was that ever since she's been with him, he's caused her to lose 5 homes. 5. One of which she's owned for almost 20 years. Because he's one of those people that just be like, we don't have to pay it. Taking her money, spending her money on other things. Like, I think sometimes when you're of a certain age and you've been alone and lonely and you get with somebody, you just kind of go with it. I think that's just my personal opinion of what has happened in this situation. He's caused her to lose 5 homes. They have been evicted 5 times. The home that she owned for almost 20 years, she had to sell in order to cover their debt, because one of the homes they owed like $45,000 in back rent, and it was all kind of crazy stuff. So the home that she owned for 20 years, she ended up selling to one of those, you know how people be like, hey, let me buy your house. type people, and they just give you some money and it's actually not enough. These people turned around and sold the house for $500,000 more than what they gave to Shirley. Okay.
What?
Yes. So she had to be in dire straits to take that deal. $500,000 more, and they probably did not do anything but paint the walls, if that. So, oh my God, her whole world has been blown up. Now it turns out that Ernesto is a lifelong criminal, scammer, and a cheater. He is now locked up with more than 30 charges, and she has finally filed for divorce because here's the tea, y'all. Come in close. So he cannot any longer be around children or animals.
What?
Or animals. What was you doing? Was you fucking on Fido? He can't be around, and so Shirley has grandchildren, and he can't be around them. But the fucked up part is apparently he was using their names and signatures on paperwork and got Shirley's daughter caught up in the mess. And at this point in time, when he got caught up in the mess, Shirley was still riding for Ernesto. So now her and her daughter don't have a relationship, and she can't see her grandkids. Baby, this is some tea right here. Okay. So I don't know who did it, and I didn't know you could do it, but the prison phone calls have been leaked. Okay. So not only are the prison phone calls from him and Shirley Strawberry leaked, him and his mistress, because he has been cheating on her the entire time. In jail. No, he had her before he went in jail. And she decided to stick beside him too. So he's been cheating. The phone calls of him and his mistress have been released, and he's talking about her Tootsie Cat, and she got some new titties. And he talking about them titties and lay your head on my pit, like laying his head on. Yes, send me them pictures, the one with you laying in the bed, like all of that was released. But the part that sucks the most for Shirley is that she was talking cash money shit about Steve and Marjorie, and those phone calls were released. So she was basically saying that I guess Steve was overweight and he was walking upstairs and was winded, couldn't keep his breath. She was saying that Marjorie treats everybody like the help and Steve is scared of her. Like it was a debacle.
Okay, so
let me say this.
Okay.
On the part where she said Marjorie treats everybody like the help, I was assuming that she meant them, the people from the cast or whatever, when they come over. But you're making it seem like she treats Steve like he the help too.
Yes.
Okay, that's different. Because on my show, I had basically said, if Marjorie treats y'all like the help, then it don't matter, because who cares? You're not Marjorie's friend. You are Steve's coworker.
No, but because they have been, like, you got to think, Steve and Shirley have been working together for over 20 years. They have cultivated, So they have cultivated a friendship. So they spend holidays together. So that's more than his coworker. That is his friend. And I'm assuming she probably looked at Marjorie as a friend or friendly, but she also feels like Marjorie treats them like they're the help. But what? Don't worry, baby, because it gets worse. So she had to go on air and apologize to Steve. Because of course he heard the comments, and Steve and Marjorie have been getting a lot of flack for the last couple of weeks. I'm sorry. But here's the shit. Shirley I just wanted to go get me an old bump and curl. Because if you know anything about Shirley Strawberry, baby, she wears an old nasty piece of pixie cut. She probably still get a curl with the Marcel irons. Baby, she is one bump and curl kind of bitch. You hear me? She comes out of the hair salon, and the police that arrested Ernesto are there with her car on a flatbed truck. They are repossessing her car because they said they could use that car to pay back some of the victims. So she says she went from having her own place and cars to now sleeping on her friend's couch and being carless. Okay. One more little piece of tea, child, and then I'm gonna let y'all go on this story. Ernesto did not get locked up by himself. He got locked up with a woman. And turns out that woman was also somebody he was dealing with. And she had, I believe, 29. No, initially she had 3 charges. So he got locked up on July 7th. She got locked up on July 9th. And I believe she was released from prison on July 12th. Cool. Nigga, if I done got locked up with you and these people released me, deuces. I ain't gonna snitch, but I'm not gonna stick around. This stupid broad decides that she wants to help him get out of prison. So she, are you listening? She acted on his behalf as though she was an attorney. She impersonated an attorney and got on the Zoom call with the Fulton County judge on his behalf, not knowing that the attorney that she was impersonating was a well-known attorney. So when they asked for her bar number, she sent them a number, and of course it was the wrong number. So this dumb bitch got locked back up for impersonation, identity theft, and all kind of stuff. And now she has racked up like 29 charges, all because she was trying to help him. Baby, it is important that you pick your partners wisely, because trying to help him, she done got herself locked back up. All right, so really quick before we get out of here, group chat, defining your relationship. I think everybody should define a relationship before you start trying to go public with people, because you could be in a relationship and you be like, oh yeah, that's my man, my man, my man, or that's my woman, my woman, my woman, and the other person is like, no, we just cool, we just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? So where did this stem from? It stemmed from Ashanti and Nelly. They're back together, as we all know, and I'm happy about it. I really like them as a couple. I'm glad that they got back together. On the VMA's red carpet, she wore a purse with a picture of them on it, and she said that 20 years ago at the VMAs, they actually met and exchanged numbers, and they took a picture. She took that picture and had it put on a purse. When asked if they were together, she said, well, I think it's kind of obvious. Of course we are. He then went on to Rashida's podcast. Who gave Rashida a podcast? He goes on to Rashida's podcast called Boss Moves. And when Rashida asked if they were together, he said, yeah, we cool again.
I'm gonna need him to be like, oh boy, that's with Miss Simmons.
Thank you. Now you fumbled the bag once.
Because what's the way Gotti is running around here, feeling like Ashanti's supposed to be his concubine forever, even though he married with bitches. I would think Nelly would be a little bit more, oh my God, that my girl. Hell yeah, that my girl. I finally got my girl back.
Yes, because you fumbled the bag once. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I understand that, y'all trying to take it slow. Y'all don't want people in your business. But my dude, like, we cool again? I ain't really like that. So the culture debate for today is pumpkin spice or no? Sunshine, no. You said no?
No, not before she did it, not after she did it. I don't care if it's Dunkin'. I don't care if it's Chick-fil-A. I don't care if it's Starbucks. I am not for pumpkin anything.
Oh my God, I love pumpkin is not spice nice stuff. It is. And I passed by a Waffle House today and they had pumpkin spice waffles. Gotta try them. I'm a pumpkin spice girl. Now, what aggravates me is when they bring the pumpkin spice out too early, because it's still hot. Like, my thighs are still sweating. Like, leave the pumpkin spice for when the leaves start falling and shit. But I am for sure a pumpkin spice girl. Like, Aldi's has these pumpkin spice and white chocolate pretzels. My God, from Zion. What a tasty treat in my mouth. All right, our culture quote for today is, I can show you better than I can tell you. What that mean? Fuck around and find out. That's the original fuck around and find out, if you want to be honest. I can show you better than I can tell you. Whenever Joyce, which is my mama, told me that, I sat my ass down somewhere because I didn't want her to show me a thing. All right. Well, that is the end of the show. It's another dope episode, and I managed to get through it by myself without my sister. I hope she's listening, and I hope I made her proud. Again, it's the Culturally Dope Show here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. And it's the day after hump day. We certainly hope that you had somebody to hump. And if you didn't, hump your damn self. And last but not least, suck it easy. And if you can't suck it easy, suck it hard.
The Culturally Dope Show. 'Cause we culturally dope. Sisters doing it for the culture.